So, welcome to another episode of the GSH Show. Today, I am incredibly honored to have with us the Minister of Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship, the Honourable Marco Mendicino. You know, I am the son of an immigrant as well. My father immigrated to this country 47 years ago, and there was 3,000 immigrants that attended his funeral. And I know you talked about your family, and I know family is incredibly important to you. So first and foremost, I wanted to, besides welcome you, is just to find out a little bit more about, who you are and what was your rise to this, position here.
And what a lovely way to begin this conversation. And thank you for sharing that incredible story about your own family's journey to Canada. His story is the story of immigration in Canada. It is the story of Canada. And not unlike you, my family came to Canada shortly after the Second World War. Both of my parents have roots that stretch back to Italy. The journey that I've taken to get to this incredibly privileged position in public office took many different twists and turns. Getting to 2015 and looking myself in the mirror and asking whether or not there was a way that I could give back to the community. Those stories going back to my childhood and still having the benefit of having my parents as great role models and examples in their own journeys as first and second generation Canadians.
So, you really do walk the walk where you were there, contributing to the community at large, and where it was deeply involved in you. And, I think it does stem from coming from the backgrounds that we come from.
There is a foundational belief that immigration isn't just about a policy framework, that it actually reflects a belief in a value, a quality about Canadian society and Canada and Canadians.
But, when we talk a little bit about the global talent stream, the global strategy, and how much of a success it's really been for Canada, it really has a lot to do with understanding the commitments behind it.
Take a step back and sort of look at the big picture, because COVID-19 hit, we had to effectively shut down the borders and the whole world turned upside down. What I would begin by saying is that although we've had to introduce restrictions at the border to mitigate and to minimize the risk of COVID-19, which remains a serious public health concern, immigration has played an incredibly important and essential role in managing our response to the pandemic. I, on behalf of the government, introduced an exemption at the border to allow immediate family members who are related to Canadian citizens and PRs to reunite. To the extent that we can find ways to keep loved ones together, I want to tell you, I am committed to doing that, and we are actively considering our options as to whether or not there is a way for us to do more. There's a really important reason why the restrictions are in place, and as we continue to navigate these uncharted waters, we will continue to find and search for new ways to bring families together.
I think what a lot of people are trying to, understand right now is what is our commitment going forward? How are we as a country innovating to ensure that we can continue these levels?
We are taking a look at our landings process, and we are taking, on the different components of that process, which are typically, again, paper-based, and moving them into the digital and virtual sphere.
Right.
But I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised and impressed at our ability to have achieved significant process in our top-line mandate.
Finding the opportunity in every difficulty, and this is our chance to go out there and digitize a lot of things and do it in a way where a lot of us can come together and collaboratively get it done from there. But we have another program in Canada called the Startup Visa Program.
What I like the most about the Startup Visa is its title, Startup. Startup really evokes a certain sense of confidence and optimism and entrepreneurialism, which is at the heart of having a robust economy that looks to leverage technology and innovation as a way of charting out the future. The way out of this pandemic will necessarily involve immigration. It will necessarily involve people. The demographic challenges of this country are real. We have an aging, retiring workforce. Without immigration, we will become older and less productive, which I think is a recipe for a recession and less growth.
We understand that this is not just a demographics, challenge. That this is a challenge. We are in danger of going into a remote outsourcing ecosystem instead of a global migration ecosystem. Not a lot of countries had the great response that we did as Canadians. We got together. We had to figure it all out, but we were all figuring it out together.
You're ready. You're ready to continue to take the cause of immigration up, and I really, really appreciate that.
You are quarantined for 14 days. What is the one food you must have with you?
Oh, pasta.
And then the second question is, what is the one thing that you want every child? What is the one truth that you want them to know?
Every child, that they're loved, that they're supported, that they will be treated with dignity and respect in this country, and that whatever their dreams are, that they'll be able to accomplish them in a land of opportunity such as Canada. And that's certainly what I wish for.
Thank you very much for all of your time today. We really, really appreciate it. I continue to echo that we're very thankful for the program, in particular the Global Skills Strategy, as well as any of the other programs that have been coming up, like the Startup Visa program and so on as well.
It's been great to chat with you, Yousuf. Thank you so much.